Hello my loves, what's up? How have y'all been? Let me know in the comments so we can chat it up. I am here today with the highly requested, longly awaited update on my Microlocs. My apologies, there is a bit of delay on this channel. I'm doing my best to come on this channel more frequently, but if you would like more frequent updates, I highly recommend you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm also more chatty there if you have any questions or if you just want to have conversations about our days. I've literally become internet friends with many of you through the DM, so happy to have more friends. But yes, on to this video, providing an update on my Microlocs. This is very organic. I don't have a script. I don't have any notes. It's a Friday night. Didn't have much to do. I saw a comment of someone requesting this update again, so I thought instead of just writing out that script, I'm just going to pop up my camera, pop up my lighting, and show up how I am today, as if I'm talking to my girlfriends, because that's what we doing. That's what we doing. So first, I want to start by saying I absolutely love this journey, and I still highly recommend anyone with 4 type hair to get this style. It honestly has just made life a breeze for me. Wake up, spritz it, shake it, and go. Go to sleep, spritz it, braid it up, put it in a ponytail, put that bonnet on, go to sleep. Go to the gym, quickly braid it up, put it in 2 ponytails when I'm done at the gym. Take it out, shake it out, head to work. If I'm going on a date or an outing, it's literally the spritz, the shake, and the go, and it's just made life so much more effortless for me. I don't have to worry about my hair even when it's getting really close to my reties. Even when I'm 6 to 8 weeks in, my roots are going down, lay down my edges, spritz, shake, and go. It is a relief. I always feel confident. I always feel put together, look put together, and it's always affirmed when I walk into any room and I at least get 1 compliment on my hair. That has been a blessing, so I want to give a moment to acknowledge that, because that is what I have been striving for with my hair since I was 9 years old when I started doing my own hair. The next big update that I want to share, following up on my last video where I just threw my hands up and I was like, y'all, I'm about ready to tap out. I am feeling frustrated. The main reason, again, was because I was experiencing so much slippage. It was so intense that at month 5, 4 or 5, I was still experiencing locks in the back and the middle of my head, pretty much fully unraveling at the root. Within 3 weeks, I would have about this much of slippage that would need to be retied, and that's a lot of time and that's a lot of money. Y'all, I'm sorry, my cat is back there cleaning herself. Onyx, can you go clean over somewhere else, not in the camera? We're just gonna let her be, okay? Welcome to my home, welcome to my room. I can confidently say with so much pride that at month 8, I am no longer experiencing slippage within my locks. No longer, nowhere. None of my locks are slipping, none of my locks are unraveling. I solved the problem. After this, I'm recording a separate video to explain what that solve was. So make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss that video. If you want to know now, head to my Instagram. I posted a video, and in the caption I shared my top 2 solutions to resolving my issue with unraveling and slipping. That was the biggest achievement for me, and it made my hair even more low maintenance and easier for me to maintain, and more affordable for me to tap in with a loctician if I need to. The second thing I want to chat about is, again, if you've been following my journey, I've been pretty open about starting with the loctician. A loctician did install my locks with 2-strand twist. She established my grid, but I then decided that it was best for me about, I think, 4 to 5 months potentially. My timeline is all off, but pretty early in my journey, I decided to stop seeing a loctician and to self-maintain myself. And that was because my loctician, although she was kind, although she was patient in figuring out how this journey with my locks would start. One, she lived far away. She lived in Houston, so that was difficult. She couldn't see my hair regularly. Also, she's newer with Microlocs. I'm dealing with clients with my type of lifestyle and potentially my type of hair, so she wasn't equipped with the experience or the knowledge to help me troubleshoot my issue. And there were some red flags that I didn't like. She didn't tell me about braiding and banding. She didn't tell me I couldn't wet my hair. She didn't tell me I couldn't wet my hair until maybe 3 weeks later, when the full back of my hair had fully slipped. And I didn't realize this was a major problem until much later, but we also didn't have a full consultation. I just booked her, sent her a picture of my hair, and sent her a picture of the locks that I desired to have. We didn't have any thorough exchange on my hair type, my lifestyle, the do's and don'ts of locks, how my lifestyle should look once I install the locks. So I ended up taking matters in my own hands, fully educating myself, doing the research that I should have done before I got my locks installed, but it is what it is, watching a lot of videos on all social platforms, reading articles all through the internet, reaching out to other lock girlies, locticians, and people who have had some skin in the game, asking them questions, asking for their advice, their perspective. And I've been self-maintaining, I believe, since August. I have seen a loctician once within this time, I believe in September, just because I wanted to ensure that my hair was healthy and what I was doing was in fact right. And she confirmed that my locks were healthy, things were going smoothly. I do plan to see a loctician maybe 2 to 3 times a year, more if I feel like work is busy and I don't have a lot of time. We will see. The biggest thing with me is price. And with $175 a month, times that by 12, there's just so many other things that I could do with that money. So it's like, do I want to spend more time or do I want to spend more money on my hair? That's really the thing I'm thinking through. But anyways, I digress on that part. I don't regret starting to self-maintain. I feel more confident, more comfortable, more secure within my lock journey, and it just made things less anxiety. And with me maintaining my own hair, I'm not expecting perfectionism within my locks. Again, it's a lot of money to invest in a loctician, so I have higher expectations. All my locks, they should be uniform, my parts should be uniform. When my locks are maturing and beginning to lock up, it should be smooth from root to end. But again, since I'm self-maintaining, I'm just free. I'm allowing my hair to do what it is. I'm accepting it as it is. Hello, my love. So I want to quickly interject. We don't have a sponsor for this video, but I just realized I need to do a better job of letting you all know the intentional work and contributions that I'm putting out into this world and give you the opportunity to support me. For some reason, self-promotion has just always been a thing that was difficult for me. But what I want to share is golden mantras. So this is a journal and affirmation deck that I made in dedication to Black women. You see the bantu knots, you see the jewelry here. It's only $20. It was important that it's super accessible to my community, and all of the affirmations come from my personal journal, and they have helped me manifest beautiful things and find light through my darkest time. And you can pick this up in stores at Barnes & Noble. I would just go on the website and see where it is in stock in a store near you, or you can get it online at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Walmart, or Target.com. I'll have a TikTok video linked in the description that delves into the deck so you can see what's inside. But just wanted to pause and put a shout out to Golden Mantras. And another update, something that I love about this journey is just the community. When I'm out, when I see a fellow sister lock or a Microloc sister, we see each other, we stop, we have conversation, we talk about life. My network, my relationships have fully expanded from having this hairstyle both on social media but also in IRL in such a fruitful way. And anyone who has microlocs is dope. We're like the dopest, most grounded, diverse type of people. So those are my overall thoughts. Everything's most positive. I think the only negative for me at this point at 8 months is sometimes I do have moments where I'm looking at my locks as they're locking up, which we'll get into in a second, when I'm like questioning, am I doing the right things? Are my locks effed up? Like all of these different things. I have those moments maybe like once a month. They're not frequent, but they do cause like a little bit of anxiety. But again, I'm able to get over it, and I do understand that, yeah, my locks are not going to be perfect, just because most of my journey thus far, like the first 4 to 5 months was like tumultuous. I was just figuring things out. Again, I had a lot of slipping, had bunching, all of these different things. I've just learned to, again, accept the imperfections in my hair. So let me just show you what it's looking like. The curly 2-strand twist pattern, where is it at? Like my 2-strand twists for the most part are fully forming together. And I'll make sure I put a video to show the before and the after. So everything's forming together, as you can see. Some are definitely still curly, but the 2 strands are coming as one. Here's another example here. 2 strands coming as one. My locks in the front are much skinnier, much more stretched than my locks in the back. Some of the parts up here are simply just smaller than the parts in the back. But really the main thing is that I'm usually pulling the top of my hair up in like a ponytail, especially at night, so it can be more stretched out during the day, so I can have this like length and an even look. So that's one thing that I noticed about my hair this last retie. They're probably going to lock up much more thinner than my locks in the back, that for the most part have been very coiled up, and they're locking from that coiled up point. There is like one that I saw in this video that I posted on Instagram that was hella thick. Like this one. This one is really thick compared to this. You see? It's like 2 of these. So here's my hair in the back. I just did a retie 2 weeks ago, I think. 2 weeks ago. Here's how my hair is looking. By the way, I just decided to stick to the 4-point method, so that's what I'm doing, although the 2-point method is easier. I combed out my locks, these little baby locks here and here, and I reinstalled them with braid locks. And the reason I did that is because when I started self-retying, my loctician had recommended that I should try hand retying first, and I did that for these locks that are in the back. However, I found that when I did that, the interlocking was very loose. It wasn't as tight, so it caused those locks in the back to be fairly thick. I'm gonna try to put in a clip of that, but they were essentially like 3 of these potentially. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking good. I have done some other repairs in my hair in my own way. So there are some locks. Let me see if I found one. Some locks just had severe bunching. Let me see if I can find a lock that has bunching on my hair. I got quite a few locks that got some bunching, but I'm just letting it do what it do. My hair just looks so good on camera. It's like what I noticed in the mirror, I never noticed when I'm looking through the camera lens. So let me try to find one. I know I got some bunched up locks somewhere. Like I know it's in there. Let's see. Okay, here's an example. This is an example of bunching that I'll probably fix later, where the lock is smooth until it gets to this point because the hair is bunched up, and what's going to happen when it locks together, it's going to be a little bulb there. So there are a few locks that were like that on the end that were just big and atrocious, where I combed that out and I just put a braid. Oh my god, okay, I think I saw it. I just saw it. I had to just see it. It was so thin. I absolutely cannot find it. I'm sorry, y'all, but essentially, yeah, I would have like a bulb of hair like at the end of a lock, like say this was all bunched up like this, and I would just comb it out till the hair is loose, and then I would put braid it down. I'm not sure how that's going to mature or how that would look. For one of the locks, it definitely is like thicker at the top, and then when it gets to the braiding part, it becomes really slim. But yeah, my hair is fully beginning to lock up. It's really exciting. I'm happy that my 2-strand twist pattern is pretty much becoming invisible, and my hair is really bonding together at just 8 months. I know it's going to make even more progress at 12 months, and I feel confident that by 2 years I won't have to braid and band. My hair will probably be locked up. It'll definitely be locked up by 3 years. Like, I'm gonna really be in a game by 3 years. It's just giving and it's showing that that is what it's going to be. I did notice that as I'm retying, I do have some habits that are unhealthy that I need to fix now, or my hair will suffer later. And I told myself that I'm gonna give myself 3 more reties to figure out a solution, and then if I don't, I'm just going to have to invest in seeing a loctician just so I can ensure the health of my hair. The problem that I am having is when I do my self reties, I am pulling hair from other locks, and very few times it's a notable amount of hair where I really have to tug to pull it out, and when it's out you can clearly see that a piece of hair has been ripped from my scalp or ripped from a different braid, which is not good. But most times it's just a few little strands, 1, 3, little 5 strands that I pluck out. And yeah, at the moment it doesn't seem like it's that much, but if I continue to do that for every retie, my roots are significantly going to thin out. I may have a lot of loose fuzzy hair, but the main issue is the ends of my locks will have more strands, thus be significantly more heavier than the root of my lock, and that'll cause pulling and thinning and your hair falling out. For the most part, I'm experiencing it in the back of my head, so it's not that big of a deal right now because my hair is so thick back there and it just tends to grow quicker. But that's just something I'm being mindful of. And again, if I can't figure it out in the next 3 months, I'ma just go ahead and invest in seeing the loctician because I've become too far to have my hair fall out. So yes, that is my update. Still loving my hair. I'll do like a little, this is the after of my hair. Let me get a little close. And this is the before. For me, I see a dramatic difference. My hair was definitely 2-strand twisted when I first installed these locks. They were very bouncy, very juicy, and now my hair still has a lot of life. Like, I can move it, I can groove it, but again, my hair is starting to lock up. It's not as like big, fluffy, and juicy, and it's starting to give locks. But yes, if you're here still, please let me know in the comments. I love you. I'm so appreciative that you're here in this moment and you've stayed. You are the absolute best, and I hope this video was helpful, that it inspired you, that it gave you what you needed. And yes, I will see you in my next video. My love.